Tennessee's quarterback left the program because they wouldn't give him any more money. His name's Nico Iamaleava. Nico Iamaleava or something like that.
Pretty good.
It's close enough.
You got it. We'll call him Nico.
We'll call him Nico for the purposes of this story. So Nico's at Tennessee, if people are wondering what happened here. He's at Tennessee, and he'd signed a contract, NIL deal, and it was a very famous one, like big numbers, and at the time, everybody seemed happy. Well, eventually, he decides he thinks he's worth more money than what Tennessee has agreed to pay him. And he reportedly went to them last week and was interested in renegotiating a deal. And when they said, we don't negotiate with terrorists, for lack of a better phrase, he left the team day before the spring game. Tennessee doesn't have a quarterback, or at least they don't have the quarterback they thought they were going to have right now. And he's in the transfer portal and reportedly getting interest from Colorado and various other schools. He'll be playing college football somewhere else. But this is sort of, we've reached a point, like this is a new place we got. You know, we've had some weird ones, but this is a new one. A starting quarterback on $1 million deal at the University of Tennessee basically went to the school and said, if you don't give me more money, I will quit right now. The day before the spring game, I will be gone. Most quarterback prospects are already on campus somewhere else. There's really nowhere for you to go. No great place for you to go. I hope you like my backup, because if you don't give me more money, that might be who you stuck with. In Tennessee, either to their credit or detriment, we'll see, said, buddy, we ain't doing this. We have a deal in place.
Yeah.
You were happy with it. We were happy with it. We have held up our end of the bargain. And if you're going to try to renegotiate with us on the day before the spring game, we don't want somebody like you here. Josh Heupel said after the spring game, nobody's bigger than the block T. Nobody's bigger than this program, including myself. And so we'll move forward without him. But this is a new one, man. We hadn't seen one quite like this until we got this one. And until the rules change or there's some more structure brought to college athletics, we will probably get this won't be the last one of these. How you feel about it?
I think that what it suggests to me is, yeah, maybe it does set them back this season. It does suggest to me that they're like, come on, dude. Like, we think you're a good quarterback. We think you're good enough to be our starting quarterback this season. We don't think you're that good.
Okay.
Because if they thought he was that good, like he can win us a national championship this year, they would have given him more money.
I think there's some of that, and there's also some like frustration sets in where you just go, even if you are good, I don't want to be in business with somebody like you. Go. Mm-hmm. Like we don't want to tie it to you like this. If this is who you are, I don't want you to
pull this right before our practice.
If this is who you are, I don't want you to be the leader of my football team. So you got to go. I get Tennessee putting its foot down and just saying, this is not the way we're going to do business. Will we go out there and throw millions of dollars around to roster build? Yes. But we're not going to set a precedent for every time you think you deserve more, you just come back and we got to negotiate with you or else. It's a little bit like apples to oranges, but like the whole we don't negotiate with terrorists thing. Mm-hmm. We just don't do it, period, so don't even ask, period. This is that, just college athletics version. We're not going to renegotiate ever. We have a deal in place. If you don't like it, get out of here. But we're not renegotiating with you. They didn't want to set the opposite precedent, so they set this precedent. I get that. Respect it on some level, I guess. We'll see if it was smart or dumb as the games unfold. It'll likely be tied to, how the next quarterback looks, how many wins and losses he creates. Do you understand Nico's perspective at all? Because here's what he would tell you. This is all new. We're all learning as we go. And yeah, I did sign a deal that paid me millions of dollars to play quarterback at Tennessee. But there is a way for me out of this deal. Like, clearly, I can get out right now if I want to. And I know that I can double what I'm making somewhere else.
We're about to find out.
We are about to find out. But what if he were to say that to you? Like, listen, Bennett, I get it. Like, this is all weird and unusual, but like, this is the system that's been created. And I don't know that I'm ever going to play in the NFL. I'd love to, but I don't know if I am. And so right now, I have an opportunity to make millions of dollars. So I could make 2+ at Tennessee, but I can make 4 somewhere else. Mm-hmm. Like that's.
Yeah.
That's a lot more money, and I only have a defined amount of time to make this money. So I don't like quitting on my team or trying to renegotiate, but at the end of the day, this is a difference. By the time I graduate college, it could be the difference in $3 or $4 or $5 or $6 million of real money that I can pay off my parents' house with, buy my own house, buy 17 Taco Bells, whatever. I can set myself up for life, and I can't pass on the opportunity. So I hate that I've got to leave Tennessee, but I'm not going to work, and that's what this is. It's a job. Mm-hmm. Stop talking about me as a football player. I'm an, for lack of a better word, employee. I only have so many years to work this job, and I can make twice as much money working this job somewhere else as I can here. That's what they told me. I was happy to work the job here if they just pay me what I know somebody else, or at least what I believe somebody else will pay me. But they told me they won't. So I got to go somewhere else. Do you understand that at all?
I understand it. I just think that the timing makes that.
How about this?
Yeah.
I understand that. Here's what I would say.
You should have had that discussion right after last season.
Here's what I would say. I understand every side of this, and this is why we need to fix college athletics and not wait for Congress to do it. This is why we need to. The NCAA and the people in power created this chaotic environment. Mm-hmm. It's their fault. This is not Nico's fault, and this is not Tennessee's fault. The powers that be created rules that were illegal for decades. They got challenged in court, and rather than fix the problem, they're waiting for Congress to save them. So they've just this is the space they've created. I understand both sides. I understand what Tennessee did. I also understand what Nico did. If I'm just thinking of it with no emotion, no heart. If he were my son, here's what I would say to him. Our mistake is that we agreed to a long-term deal with Tennessee. We shouldn't have done that. Hopefully other players learn from us. But, son, we did make a commitment to somebody, and we're not quitting. That's what I would tell my 8-year-old son about a stupid baseball team.
Yeah.
We told people we're going to be here, and when you tell people you're going to be there for them, you show up. We can revisit this at another time, but now is not the time. We're not quitting the day before the spring game. We committed to play this season at Tennessee. We're going to play this season at Tennessee, probably for less money than we could get somewhere else. That's on us. Then we can reevaluate things at the end. But we gave somebody our word we're going to be there. That's what I would tell my son. But from a business perspective, I understand what Nico did. And from a business perspective and frustration, I understand what Tennessee did. The truth is, this is why we need to formally recognize this as professional sports. Allow student athletes to unionize. Collectively bargain with them. So that when you go to Tennessee, you don't sign an NIL deal to go to Tennessee. You can sign an NIL deal to make money. But you sign with Tennessee to play football at Tennessee. And there are clauses in that contract. Mm-hmm. And this is what you get if you show up and play. And this is what you owe us if you don't. And if you're going to try to bounce the day before the spring game, buddy, there's a reason why you don't see NBA players quitting the day before the playoffs.
Right.
And saying, hey, if you don't give me more money, I won't show up for game 1 of the first round series against the Pistons. Because they can't do that. Mm-hmm. You're in violation of your contract. We need to get college athletics to a place where you can write the same kind of contracts. This is what you get to play football at this school for this year. If you want it to be a 3-year contract, this is what you get to play football at this school for 3 years. You are not allowed to leave our program for 3 years. If you become academically ineligible, you're in violation of your contract. Mm-hmm. This is what you would owe us then. If you decide to leave, there is a buyout involved, and you can pay us to leave, but it's in the contract. Just make it like a normal contract.
Yeah.
Then all of this stuff goes away. But without structure, you get chaos. That's in any walk of life. Without structure, you get chaos. Right now, there's no structure. Plenty of chaos, most notably in Knoxville.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m.